YouTube, what is up? So the other day I was on Twitter, yeah, don't care, and I had saw a post from Michael Pepper, who's a friend of the channel, talking about how he picked up this Torras Ostand case for his iPhone 15 Pro. Now what caught my eye about this post was he said that it magnetically sticks to his refrigerator. And I thought to myself, wonder how that was going to stack up against my Andobil. So I bought it off of Amazon, and man, I was kind of surprised. But not as surprised as noticing that 98% of my viewers are not subbed to my channel. So please, hit that sub button and let's get into it. All right, so just real quickly, what comes in the box, it comes with, the case and a warranty card, which I think it's 12 months warranty or something like that. And it also comes with some interchangeable buttons. The little buttons here, I got green and I got orange. Actually, that's kind of like a metallic. Those are like metallic colors. But when I first took it out of the box, what I noticed is how similar these two cases really are. So looking at the cases, they are practically identical, except this one, the main difference between the two is the little dewdrop here on the Andobil. Now I went through and I took measurements, and it's the same height, it's the same width, it's the same thickness, the same. Now another difference is, I guess the regular price for the Torres case is $36.99, and the Andobil is $37.99, which is $1 more. And I'm gonna leave links in the description, both for the Pro and the Pro Max, for the Andobil and for the Torres. Watch this video and decide which one you want to get, although I know which one I'd lean towards. So instead of going over everything on the Torres case, it's full protection, and it's pretty much, like I said, like identical. Even around the camera bumps are even the same thickness, when you compare the two. And, so let's go ahead and pop in the old iPhone into the Torres case. Now, as far as the feel, now there is it feels a little bit more textured on the sides here compared to the Andobil. Not that the Andobil is slippery, it just feels like there's a little bit different texture on the case. And it's also got some Torres branding, where Andobil, I don't think they really didn't have any branding saying Andobil on it like it did on the 14 Pros. It feels the same, it's all the same dimensions. But let's go ahead and let's look at, there's not really, give here. There's give up here at the buttons, a little bit of give up on top. They both the Andobil and the Torres have the little cutout here for the speaker. And down here, there's a little give, but it all comes back. It's pretty, stiff.
What?
It's pretty, it gives a little give around the buttons, but it all just kind of snaps back. Now the lip protection, how I mentioned in the Andobil how I like the lip protection. It's thin through here, for your thumb action, but, it has little footies. And the Torras Ostand is no different. It has, the little bit of a raised edge, so when you go to set it down, you don't have to worry about it. And the camera, it's the exact same, depth as the Andobil. And I looked it up. I didn't see any affiliation between the two. I don't know if Andobil copy Torres or Torres copy Andobil, or maybe they're an affiliate company of each other and it's just not out there. And I'll just go ahead and quickly, pop on the Andobil just to, give you guys a quick kind of, it pulls in the same areas you know, and it, you know, gives in the same areas as the Torres, and it also, you know, has the little feetsies and everything. I was noticing these buttons. These are kind of cool buttons. They look, I know I got the Torres cases last year, and the buttons weren't metallic looking. And these are kind of, you know, metallic looking type buttons. Pushing them all out here. Like I got to take my medication. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah, that was a little bit better. Anyways, I like the metallic on it. And, you know, you can just pop out, you know, the current buttons here on the Torres, and then you just, what do we got here? Oh, this is the sleep to wake button, and then just easily, you know, pop those. I say that. Are there different sizes? Oh, you'll notice that these are black, and there's the metallic color out there. So that's the way that they go in, and they go out, and they go in, and they go out. So pop, you know, I'm assuming, I don't know, was there instructions? But I would just do it from the inside. If you can, you know, have steadier hands than I. I made it look hard. I don't really think it's, you know, I just got fat fingers, I guess. But, you know, they're on there, and, you know, everything still works good. You know, action button. Watch how.
From the street, watch out.
And, you know, you can take your pictures and, you know, you're set. Now, what I was wondering, the Andobil. Can I put, because these also pop right on out, and can I put these metallic buttons in the Andobil? All right. And yeah, it fits. They fit in the Andobil as well. That is how much aesthetically these cases look the same and function somewhat the same. So let's go ahead to weighing these cases. So I've got my scale here zeroed out. So let's see, let's start with the Torres case. Torres, 46 grams. And the Andobil, 48 grams. So there's a gram difference. Now, this one's got the dewdrop, so it's got a little bit extra magnets. As far as drop protection, both state military grade drop protection. In the corners, there's, you know, I guess that's like a standard. Everybody has their own name for it, but the little air cushion things, you know, in the corners, both cases have those little corners. I don't know if you guys can see any of this in here, but you know, they've got drop protection. Andobil says 10, Torres says 12. Waist high, if you can drop it waist high, you're fine. And with this Andobil case, I've dropped it waist high and not had a problem. Now, one of the drawbacks to the Torres case is the fingerprints that this frosted, you know, back TPU plastic will get. And the Andobil also has that same, you know, plastic type of TPU. So it also, you know, gets fingerprints. But you know what the Andobil comes with that the Torres doesn't? A nice little cleaning cloth. The Andobil cleaning cloth. I mean, you get a cleaning cloth with one, you get cool metallic buttons in the other. There's subtle differences, but not really too much until, let's go over the magnets. So going over these magnets, let's look at them under the magnet paper. Now looking under the magnet paper, you know, here and here, you know, there's not really too much of a difference. You know, they both are pretty much the same magnets. However, the Andobil has the dewdrop magnet, which is good and magnetized. There is no dewdrop. Both, you know, cut off on the same time at the same place around, you know, the hinge and the, you know, the little I don't know, little indentions so you can, you know, bust out the 360 ring. And they, you know, they have the 360 ring, and they all do the different positions and this and that, you know, pretty much all the same. I mean, even the inside. I mean, designed by Torres, designed by Easy Relax. Everything looks the same. But where I was shocked the most was the magnets. And when doing some testing with the magnets, I come to find out that the Andobil beats out the Torres. It all depends upon where you have the 360 ring when comparing the Torres. If you have the 360 ring, like I believe it's vertically, it slides. And with, you know, with it, you know, with the hinge on the bottom, it stays straight and it'll stick to the refrigerator. You can even tap on it, no problems. You turn it off to the sides, either left or right, you know, it'll stay on there, even give it a little tap and it'll stay. With the Andobil, and I think this is where that dewdrop magnet comes into play. It doesn't matter what position you have the ring, it's going to stick. And, you know, you can have the hinge on the bottom or the hinge on the top or off to the side, left or right. When you have it in certain positions, it stays a little bit more, but, you know, it sticks on, you know, a little bit tighter, but it doesn't slide like the Torres case does. Now, just to show what kind of case these Andobil cases are, like I said, I've had them for a couple of years. My son has my iPhone 14 Pro Max that I had an Andobil case for, you know, originally, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's gone through its battle scars, you know, there's even, you know, this part is coming, you know, the little film is coming undone. His 360 ring is not as stiff. And I've asked him, I'm like, hey, do you want me to, you know, do you want another, you know, case or something like that? And he's like, no, I'm fine. He has no issues with this case, and it's been dropped, it's been beaten, it's been put through the ringer. And this case, to me, is just, magnetically speaking, far superior than the Torres case. And if you like tech and tech reviews and the accessories that go along with your tech, why don't you check out this video? And a sub to the channel, well, that would just be swell. Peace and love, y'all.